Good morning, my lovelies. I know you weren't expecting this. And, to be honest, I wasn't even expecting this, but to be quite fair, this has been quite a week. This has been quite a experience, doing a lot of different things, getting to accomplish a few things with my Sibby here in Tennessee. And, yeah, I did say that I was going to have an episode, right? An episode for today, and it was supposed to include a guest. Now, maybe not today. So, apologies for leading you astray, but just with how a lot of different things are unfolding, this might be like how a few weeks ago I had a two-parter. So, today's episode is just going to kind of give a preface to what's going to happen today because today is going to be quite busy for me. I was going to want to try and do something as far as getting somebody to do a recording the other 2 days, but I've just been bogged down by that which is going to happen today for me. I wanted to kind of keep it a secret, but it's like, I mean, if you follow certain people, you might be aware of what they might be getting into. But I will be joining an amazing group of bike pop creators as we get ready to do our session 0 for a ttrpg campaign. And as a result of such, I'm not going to really be fully available to do stuff for the podcast, so I figure I'll just go ahead and give like a little shorterson, kind of like the short update that I did recently. And then tomorrow, what I'll try and do is I'll try and have a sit down full EP with somebody. It could be somebody from the campaign. Maybe, just maybe, but I need to get my things together so I can have a very, I guess, stress free and issue free recording session. And because one thing I noticed is when I did my guest episode with Kai many moons ago, there were some issues with being able to get the recording, and I don't want that to happen again. So, to give preface, I am currently using a Chromebook. I've mentioned that before. That's still the case, but I may see about doing something else in the near future. But as it stands, I have that. I have my cellular device. And they don't really have a lot of like Chromebook friendly options as far as like certain recording suites and stuff that obviously don't require money. Yeah, I mean that's the real deal. Things require money. What can I do about that aside from do my part to try and make sure that more things don't require more money? But I digress. Today is going to be our session 0 for our TTRPG for BIPOC Fam today. It is titled simply Eat the Reich. And me and a couple of amazing creators, amazing people are going to be doing some really cool things. And I look forward to that. First ever TTRPG. So I'm a baby, and I'm going to hope and pray that I don't get overwhelmed. But of course, the people that are in charge, I have a lot of faith in them, and I know that they're going to do everything in their power to make this as comfortable and as welcoming and as easy to understand as possible. I'd like to sit here and say that I'm going to have the time of my life and it's going to be phenomenal, but I know me, and I know at some point me might show up, not in the sense of, oh, I hate this, but oh, I might be feeling a little overwhelmed, or oh, I might be feeling a little understimulated. So just doing my part to be communicative and just keeping mind of a lot of different things that are going to be happening in the setting. What I might do is I might actually get in contact with some of the people prior to, since we're in a Discord channel together for this, and see if we can get some more insight on a few things happening during this event. Uh, but outside of that, that's not like the only thing that I'll be doing. There's a couple other things that I'll be doing today. Of course, one of the other things is that I will be watching some wrestling. There will be a wrestling pay per view happening tonight. So, well, actually, not tonight. I think it's happening right now. So, but either way, there are some other things that I will be tending to today. And then I'm also going to be trying to get back into doing some online gaming with a few friendorinos to kind of pull back the curtain a little bit. Lately, I've been succumbing to the reality that I might actually be okay with playing Fortnite. There's a lot of like little mini games and other things outside of like the main project that I've just been like super like having fun with, like the little prop hunt and all the other things. But it's been pretty fun, needless to say. And also the other day, shouts out to my lovely gentle brown baby, a phenomenal artist based out of Florida. They were kind enough to spare some of their time, and we were playing some Street Fighter. Played a lot of Street Fighter 6 the other day. It was pretty hilarious, pretty fun. Ended up running into some sweaties, so that was entertaining. Um, happens happens all the time whenever you get into the battle hub. That's where we started. We were just goofing off, and then next thing you know, the sweaties came out. Next thing you know, I'm just getting steamrolled by an Akuma, and then getting steamrolled by a Ken. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I was just here to have a good time, but you guys are out here like it's a tournament. But I mean, that's the nature of playing a fighting game, especially when you get online and you're in like a social hub like that. Like you have that in Tekken, you have that in Street Fighter. I don't know what Mortal Kombat has. I haven't played Mortal Kombat 1, nor do I want to. Um, but yeah, I've just been doing my little gamer kid thing as of late. And it's nice because, I mean, prior to coming here to Nashville, I had been off of gaming for about 3 months. No, actually, a little bit longer. Yeah. Just, I did not feel the desire to play any video games at all. I mean, I still have my Xbox and all that, and it's not like I didn't have access to a television or anything. It's just I didn't want to do it. I was too focused on everything else happening in that current place. But now that I'm here enjoying this month, which is slowly coming to a close. Next week will be the end of my month long staycay, if you will, here in Tennesseeville. And then I'll be venturing off. The next stop will be Arizona. Yeah, I'll be in Arizona next. So anybody that's in that neck of the woods, hey, I mean, what it do? What it be? Back out west, only for the second time in my life. Should be exciting. I I'm nervous, and I'm also a little, I guess, concerned in a way, just because it's like the act of starting anew again. Like, yes, I'll be out there with somebody for a little bit, but then it's like, okay, then putting myself out there once more. And it's like right now I'm in the process of trying to get employed. For those of you guys that are familiar, I have experience in HVAC. I got my certifications, I got my licensing and all that stuff. But it's been a bit of a hit and miss with some of these companies. Maybe because I'm a lot of my stuff is showing from different states. Maybe that's what's kind of giving them some concerns. And it's like, I don't understand why that would be such a issue per se. Maybe they feel like it's gonna be the, oh, I can't, I come in, I do the thing, and then I leave and I go somewhere else. And I mean, for one, why does that matter? And two, like, why would I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe I'm thinking a little too hard on it, but like I see it as somebody that's willing to relocate and put themselves out there immediately. Like it happens all the time. You have a lot of people that like to do transfers. You have people that they always ask the question, "Are you willing to relocate?" Well, yes, I am willing to relocate. Actually, I don't mind being somewhere new, especially like if I do my homework and I see what is in that market, what the like local economy is like. I'm willing to do that. But for some people, maybe it's just I don't know. We don't have enough data on you yet. We don't know what we're getting ourselves into with you, and it's never really the matter of like can you actually do the job. It's always like a matter of what is your personality like. Do you conform to what we're all about? And I mean, like, sure, I can mask really well if you want me to, but like I'm also not going to sit here and be like a little puppet. Like, I'm going to be authentic enough. I'm not going to just remove who I am fully. And maybe that's to my detriment. I find that that could be part of my detriment is that I've kind of come to a point where I really don't feel the need to mask anymore. Like, even with like one of the job applications, or rather not applications, but like a while back I had like an interview and like I could just tell that I was like not interested in trying to mask or anything, and like I just let more of my authentic self out. Of course I didn't get the job, but I was just like I'd rather that be the case. Like I'm not going to sit here and try and fake the funk and then I still don't get hired. Like I'd rather not get hired because I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, look, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm keeping up with my financial matters and my financial obligations and working towards something bigger and better, and you're just a stepping stone to that. If you don't like that, then I mean, tough titty. Did I say it like that? No, but it was very much alluding to all that, and it's like it's hard for me to be that type of person anymore where it's just like, oh yeah, so I've been following your company for the longest time and I see all the amazing things that you do in the community and I feel like I could really fit into this family. Like I'm not doing that shit anymore. No, 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 no. I don't see myself getting paid handsomely for that. So, and especially with how a lot of like old jobs that I've had where I've tried to be that individual and I still get like spat in my face. Nah, I just, yeah. Employment is something else. I mean, I get that it's such a necessary evil, but freaking A, man. Like, I could really do without. I mean, I know I can't, but like, if I could, I would. I would very much be that individual that's just like, I'll just go ahead and be like a slug, enjoy the riches of the lands and all this and all that. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Outside of all that, I know lately I've been just kind of feeling off. I haven't been keeping up with like if we're in retrograde or anything, but like I've just been feeling off, and maybe it's just me really trying to break down and process how this last year has gone for me and where I'm at right now, and just packing on like additional daily struggles. And I'm just like, damn, like I don't I don't like it. I've definitely been in a similar space before, but it's like I'm able to be much more aware of it, which is good. Now, is that to say that I'm on a back pedal? Maybe not. Maybe not. Like, I haven't seen certain signs yet that this is like, oh no, here we go again. We're going back. We're going back again. But also being aware of, if I do happen to go back, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's not. Being able to discern that it's not necessarily a bad thing to fall back. Excuse me. Being able to discern that it's not a bad thing to fall back is one of the things that I'm taking into consideration much more. Just because there have been so many times where I'll sit there and I'll be just enveloped in this funk and this negative energy, and I can't see or think straight, and it makes me feel like I'm at that end. But this time, even though I've had like a brief period where I'll sit there and I'll be, oh no, like what am I? Is this the beginning of that point, that space? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm willing to do a little bit more digging and just start picking out, okay, this is why I'm feeling like this. This is what this is leading to. But also being aware that I do have people in my corner, because it doesn't take much for me to just be quick to go and isolate and be to myself and just let the voices continue to play out. Having a lot of different people in my corner that actually give some sort of damn about me is always helpful. I know they're not always available, and for me, I know that I can be very much like shut out, like I'm very much a shut out or a shut in, very much so, and they don't deserve that. But that's just me not really knowing how to allow more of myself to shine, so to speak. Because people, they love to talk about like all the cool things that I do and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, I appreciate that people are willing to go to bat for me, even when I'm sure they can see that I'm not in that space to go to bat for myself. Because it doesn't take much for me to just be like, man, I don't know, like that's cool and everything. Thank you for saying that, but I'm very much like a sponge. Well, not a sponge, but just very bland at times. And I'd say that that's by design. I have my moments where I can be very flamboyant and very like, yeah. I would say I do have a lot of moments like that where I can be very out there, but at the same time, I like to be more reserved. I don't want to say stoic. I feel like I've used that as kind of my fallback term. I guess you could say I just enjoy vibing a lot. I'm very much the type of person that will just be in a setting with multiple people, and I'll be to myself, and I'll just see and I'll feel out how everything is going in an environment. Or I'll be at a distance. I'll be from afar, and I'll just see how things are playing out. See if that's something that I can fit into. Not even just based off of like the conversation topic, but like in the space of, oh well, I can see that this person is giving off this sort of energy and that and blah blah blah. But yeah, I would say that it's taking a lot of work. It definitely requires a bit of work. In regards to like the whole thing with Arizona, so I leave next Friday, and I'm hoping to really get hit the ground running and get some things in place. That way, when the time comes, when I leave my person's place that they're letting me stay with them for a while, I'm not in a position to. I'm not in a position where I'm kind of floundering, especially in a place like Arizona, a very hot state. Even in, I would say, times like this or a season like this where we're finally getting into the fall season, thank goodness. Look, if you love summer, I get it. I despise this season. I know that summer and winter are the extreme seasons. Nobody likes one or the other, or both. But I just can't. Summer is not it for me. I don't like the heat. I don't like intense heat, which is funny considering going to Arizona, but hey, I figure there's an opportunity there. And this is just that part of me where I want to go and I want to see places. Like even if I don't have that much to my name, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go see this place. I'm gonna figure it out. That is very much my biggest like. That is very much my biggest. I wouldn't even say addiction or even. Well, no, not even problem. It's just I have this very spur of the moment energy to me when it comes to okay, I've been in a place for X amount of months or years. I need to see somewhere new. Like I've been doing blah 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 and blah 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 and blah blah blah, and then I'll feel like I've gotten to a point where I don't have anything else that I desire to do in that place, and then I'm like, okay, what if I go here and then I start seeing what I can do there? And now that I'm like making this a known thing, hopefully I can start putting together all the pieces to really start breaking down what leads me to that point so that I can start finding that level of good content with wherever I stay. Now it's like I'll put this out there into the universe. I know in the next couple of years, hopefully, like if I'm still here, never know, things can happen. As much as I don't like saying that, things can always come about. But in the next few years, one of the things that I need to be working on doing is going overseas. And it's not even because of what is going to take place in November. It's not even because of that. It's prior to all that happening, I knew that one of the next places that I want to start working towards is someplace overseas. But then again, it could be someplace in South America. There's at least 3 places that I've got in mind, and none of them are Japan. Granted, I'm somebody that took Japanese in high school my freshman year and then the beginning of my sophomore year before my parents divorced and I moved. So that is something I do want to re-explore is the language of Japanese. I owe it to myself. I owe it to my sensei. And I enjoyed when I learned that language. It gave me a lot of purpose, and learning a language can be very purposeful as well as insightful to learning the culture of like a place. So yeah, in the next couple of years, I would say probably in the next 5 years. So right there on the cuspice of 2030. Again, that depends on if I'm still here. You never know. Things could happen. I just have to be a realist. With the way that things are going, people are just casually being deleted, and it's just like, oh well, hey, had to do what we had to do. There was a reason for us doing that. Crazy world that we have to justify taking somebody's life, but here we are. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and wrap this up. I've been yapping long enough. It's early Saturday morning. I have to get myself ready for this session zero, which it won't be happening for like another um, hour or so when I'm posting this. I recorded this like at 8 a.m. Central Time. But I am looking forward to this as much as that other part of me is like, oh, Sergi, you know how you are in certain spaces. And yeah, I know how I am, but we're gonna work on not being like that. Thank you for anybody that has taken the time to listen to this. Tomorrow, I do want to see if I can get a guest episode out finally. I've only done one, and that was with Kai, but we're gonna figure something out. I actually want to see if I can get somebody from the ttrpg. That would be super dope, and I think I know who I want to get specifically because I do owe it to her since she's inquired about it prior to. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll give, I guess, a nice little update post session, and then yeah, gonna watch some wrestling. What I should do is, like, for anybody that's interested, there is a website that it might not be considered legal, but that's where I'm watching a lot of the pay-per-views and stuff. So if anybody wants that, I can just do the linky malink in DMs because I'm not gonna post it on this. I'm not gonna post it on. I'm not gonna post it here and get exposed. No. So yeah, I'll do that, and should be fun. You lovelies all take care of yourselves. Stay caked up and stay healed up. Love you. Bye bye.